Blazing the steel. Bring the heat. Mixing non-stop. With the hottest DJ.
I'm your host, Joshua Diaz.
Non-stop.
What's going on, everybody? How are you this afternoon, early evening? Let's take a look here. It is 1:33 here on the West Coast. September 3rd, 2022. You're in the lab. Your host, Joshua Diaz. Hope everybody's having a great day. Scurrying so they don't miss anything. It's an odd time for me to be on there. That is absolutely it's just a weird time. It's a weird time for me to be on. Now before the show starts, before we get into the Eliza Fletcher situation, which is just such a strange already, I mean, all these cases are strange in one way or the other. And it's just, odd. But the one thing I did see that I wanted to share with everybody, and I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, is there's a video, I think this happened last week, of a failed abduction by a stranger walking on the street, and it's legitimately every parent's worst nightmare. And when I say worst nightmare, I mean this video is so terrifying to me, and it makes me, and I apologize to the people that do have small children, and the video itself can be very disturbing. But the fact of the matter is, this video is scary. There's no audio, but I'll talk to you a little bit about it. But I'll set the stage for you here. The little girl is taking the trash out. She's 6 years old, taking the trash out. Some sicko, weirdo, predator freak who is just not fit for society, who should be thrown in a dumpster and sailed up the river. This is what happened. So if you look here, okay, there's a man, you see the man walking. This little girl takes off, starts running from him. She's just pushing the trash out to the road, guys. And now he's got a hold of her arm and he yanks on her. She's resisting. And about that time where he lets go, she lets out this blood curdling scream. And he lets go. And she takes off in the house. You can see her running. And then old Freako there keeps walking down the road like nothing happened. Turns around, looks, oh, is somebody coming? The dad gets in the car. It's like, holy crap. Okay, so she's just taking, he's walking by and he just goes, wham. Holy crap. Pulls on her. And I'm telling you, if you can go listen to the audio here, she lets out this blood curdling scream. I mean, absolute terror. Well, obviously for good reason, lets out this crazy scream. This is the middle of the day in a very nice neighborhood. I don't know. Let me find out. But this is an absolute failed abduction. Thank God. And of course, my internet wants to spin now. I'm so glad I pay for the good internet, Thank you so much. Okay, let's see here. Actually, you know what? Let's just play. I'll show you guys here. I don't really care if I get a copyright strike or not. I mean, maybe I should, but I don't. Okay. So this was in Cincinnati, Ohio.
And the next winning numbers are 18, 55, 39, 71, and 43. We won! Yes! Yes!
No, you didn't.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up message quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
And my mouse died, so I had to watch that.
A sound no parent ever wants to hear. Watch at what led up to the 6-year-old girl screaming for her parents. She was in front of her home yesterday evening in Hamilton, throwing out garbage, when a man walking down the sidewalk approaches her.
He sees her, touches her, and then starts to walk away, goes back, grabs her wrist, starts to pull her, and she screams and he lets go.
At first, the child's parents, who were just steps away inside their home on East Avenue, didn't know what happened.
I come in like, what's wrong? She says, somebody tried to kidnap me, some man tried to take me, and he grabbed my private parts.
So I attempted to run after him.
This determined dad decided
I didn't even know that
better
part.
luck chasing the man with his car.
And then he tried to dip in and out of alleys and through people's yards to try to get away from me. But the only thing that kept running through my mind is that I can't let him do this to another kid.
Surveillance video provided to us by Terry's Automotive shows what happened next. The suspect is on foot. Ricky is in the Silver Saturn, talking to a dispatcher.
Standing right here, he's trying to hide in between cars from me.
The suspect then crosses Route 4.
He immediately cut into the parking lot behind Paul's Auto. I went around the other side to see where he was at, and I found him sitting inside an old Dodge Caravan.
Hamilton police are there, and they arrest 33-year-old Derek McPherson of Hamilton. He's been charged with abduction and gross sexual imposition for what police say he did to a 6-year-old girl.
I was driving down the highway when someone ran right into the
All right, whatever. We're done with the video anyway. But I mean, you can hear that scream.
Call 843-225-5000
Just an
or go to callshellynow.
absolute terrifying scream. Poor little girl. I mean, she's literally just taking out the trash, and that father, God bless him. God bless the father. But like, how, like, this man needs, to be locked away forever. He'll get like, I don't know, a couple months or whatever. Can you imagine if he would have gotten away with this, like, and taken off? That little girl's alive and well because of her quick actions and smart thinking. And her parents had said that they have talked to her about these kinds of situations before. And through the grace of God or whatever you believe in, oh my God, she was safe. Just insanity. It's just pure insanity. So have that talk with your children, folks, because that's pretty gnarly. All right, so let's get into it. The abduction of Eliza Fletcher, the timeline. While running down a stretch of Central Avenue at 4:20 a.m., she is abducted and forced into a mid-size, dark-colored SUV. September 2nd at 7:45, the police department receives 2 phone calls, one from Fletcher's husband, Richard Fletcher III, who reported her missing after she did not come home from her run at 7:45. And one from the University of Memphis. Police find some of Fletcher's belongings at the scene on Central Avenue. They are also told that a male approached Fletcher and forced her into a dark SUV after a struggle. The police department says in a Friday afternoon news briefing that the department is not aware of any connection between Fletcher's abduction and reports from the start of the semester that someone had been harassing members of the University of Memphis's women's cross-country team as they ran in the area. Investigators have described the suspect in Fletcher's disappearance as a male. Not really a lot to go off of. The one thing that I did find very interesting while reading about this is after that they came back to the house, and what they did was they took the car in. Now, I don't know why they did that. You'd have to ask somebody much smarter than me, but to me, that I don't know. I don't know why they would take the car. You would think that they could get, DNA or I don't know. I find that really, really odd though. And I'm not really, I've been thinking of what the purpose is, but I just don't know what that purpose is. It's hard to even speculate why. And anyone with information related to the abduction is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Yeah, well, they need to clear the husband, but I understand that they need to clear the husband. They need to clear the husband, but what is her vehicle? Oh, I know. They took a bunch. That's true. Somebody said, Josh, they took more than the car. They took a bunch of different stuff from the house, which I understand that. I get it, electronics and golly. Women in Memphis don't need to jog alone. I have a niece that lives there and she jogs. My older sister worries herself to death nearly. Yeah, it's 4:30 in the morning. I mean, let's be honest, 4:30 in the morning is not really, I mean, it's the morning, but it's the middle of the night. It's the middle of the night. It's pitch black outside. They still have, yes, she's still missing. They have not found her. You know, who, honestly, the fact that, this isn't a broad daylight type thing. And this is a place that she ran often. She constantly ran this route. Somebody very well could have been tracking her and, say, hey, we're going to, we're going to find her, confront her, or kidnap her. Or, she runs the same route every day at the same time. It could be a pre-planned thing. And then it could, like the video that we just watched of the little girl, who knows? Yeah. 4 a.m. is the middle of the night. Josh, I drive by this area often and they have made a lot of changes over time. Yeah. It seems like you could find a safe gym or somewhere safer to run. Also, running the same route is not good. Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of people run on tracks and stuff and, gated fences. The fact that you can't even go out and exercise is nuts. Let's see. I walk around in the middle of the night all the time. I work at 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So 2 a.m. is lunch for me, but I also know how to fight. Well, it sounds from everything that I've read that there was a struggle, that she did fight. This is her routine. It's been over 100 degrees here. School started back, and she's a kindergarten teacher at a Catholic school. Yeah. She is. It is kindergarten. And TBI is now involved. If you watched the show the other night, we were in Waverly, Tennessee. We've been in Knoxville, not Knoxville, but Kingsport. Now we're in Memphis. I know that we got a lot of Tennessee viewers on this channel. It's just crazy, man. You also should wear earbuds either. Oh, shouldn't wear earbuds. Yeah. Yep. I graduated from University of Memphis and walked on Central countless times. I mean, look, who knows? Could the husband be involved? Of course. Are we going to find out more about the relationship? I can guarantee we are. Are people going to, that's why it was kind of important for me to come on and talk about this now. I just kind of wanted to get it out there before. I mean, there's just a bunch of crazy stuff, is going to ensue if people really pick up on this case. And hopefully she's just found safe later on today. And then they capture, make it a really, really good, quick case. That, I mean, obviously that's the hope, and that they find the abductors and get them off the street. But geez, man. I mean, it is just terrifying. Terrifying that this poor lady this is a great question right here. Yes, she is the granddaughter of a billionaire who is like some oil guy. From what I understand about the family, that they're affluent and they have money. A ransom. I don't see a ransom. Yeah, she has 2 children. She's a mother of 2. But a ransom? Whew. I just don't know how you get away with ransoms anymore, man, especially the FBI being the way that it is. Um, ransoms are more like third world country stuff like Mexico and Colombia and, I don't know, Russia for that matter. So, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a ransom or not. It's possible. Yeah. A lot of the times in these cases, you'll find, and I read a little bit of their backstory and that they were married in 2014 and that it hasn't been all smooth sailing, but what marriage is smooth sailing all the time? I don't know. Couldn't imagine. And she's even mentioned that in her social media. She's very active on social media. So is he. And what they do is, and in these investigations, they work from the inside out. I have not been able to confirm that the husband has lawyered up or not. I've heard rumors that he has, but I've been looking, and I don't know. The angle it appears that law enforcement is taking means they yeah, that's what I think too, that she was targeted for a specific reason, whether that be that they had been watching her, knew her routine, and waited. But that's like, it's just so incredibly brazen. But like the video that we just saw of the man that was walking down the street that grabbed the little child, I mean, that's brazen too. These are psychotic things. These are psychotic people. It's just not, she's out there running, trying to do her thing. Anna Eliza is a Memphis city attorney. Wow, that's good information. That is good information. High risk, 100%. Teresa and I took the same class recently about victimology. And these are the kind of things that are being proactively taught now, is that, going for I know that you don't want to live in a bubble, and I understand the concept of not wanting to live in a bubble. The ugly truck, they're wealthy. Their lawyers probably oversee furniture. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with having an attorney. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean that he's guilty of anything. I agree with that. I don't know one thing really about the man. But yeah, it is really sad, Mimi, because this lady is just doing her normal thing. And, obviously so much more about this story is going to come out because it is such a brand new story. And like I said, we have a pretty large Tennessee audience. And I think that I do think it's a good thing to get her face out there. It seems like the national media has picked up on the story. Cue the how come she gets the coverage and everybody else doesn't? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. The one reason that I find this case so interesting is it's almost like right out of a movie. I mean, this is kind of just right out of a movie here. To pull up, a struggle ensues, and she's abducted. crazy. It is absolutely scary. And Crystal Angel became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, it really is, man. It really is the kind of stuff that you see on Dateline. I mean, these are straight out of a movie type, and this is not a movie. This is very much real life, very terrifying. Go with a friend, jog with a friend. I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is to this kind of stuff. I mean, the fact that, I was telling somebody the other day, actually last night I was having a conversation with a friend, and what we were talking about was, predators of a sexual nature. And I say, personally, I've never heard of somebody rehabbing, from that kind of behavior. I've never actually heard of it. And people that tend to offend like that, they don't, they don't get better or whatever. So instead of us as a society having to keep them in prison forever, which we can't because apparently they're everywhere, what we do as a society, and I think it's a great thing, but what we do is we have a registry for these kinds of people, like that do these kinds of things, like the man in this video right here. We have a registry that we tell everybody else in the world to stay away from them because they're predators, and they have to register. And when they move into a neighborhood, they have to go from door to door telling people, hello, I've been convicted of sex crimes. I'm a registered offender. Now, do I think that's enough? No, I think they should be branded on their forehead, and that wear a sign around, like they have to wear a shirt with their charges on it every day, and a sign in their front yard. Whenever a little kid gets near their front yard, alarms go off. I mean, I get it, man. I'm being dramatic here, but I truly think that even just putting them on a registry isn't enough. I think there needs to be more. I think there needs to be way more done, because we can't even let our kids, our kids take the trash out anymore, which is bad for a lot of reasons. Obviously, it doesn't teach them responsibility, and, parents don't always want to take the trash out, and kids, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then this lady, this 34-year-old mother of two who wants to go for a jog, and for whatever reason, I don't know. I really, look, this could be a family related thing. This could be a ransom thing. Nobody knows yet. The police don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming it was a targeted thing, or, I mean, when I mean targeted, they obviously knew that the opportunity was prime, and that's what they did. But it is weird to think that our solution to predators, our solution to predators is that they have to announce to the world, sort of, what they've done. Because we can't even let our little kids run around anymore. I had a friend, when we were 12 years old, we were at this place. It was called Redwood Fields, and that's where we would practice our baseball game. And there was this white van, like the typical Chomo van that you see, and people make jokes about, there's no windows in that van. That guy's probably a this or that. I know. but it's true. That's the kind of vans they drive. So everybody gets picked up, and I get a phone call later, and my friend says, "Hey, do you remember that van that we thought that we were making fun of, that we were saying was like a Chomo van?" And I said, "Yeah, I remember." I said, "Yeah, I fully remember." And he's like, they tried to give me a ride home. I said, they what? They were trying to give me a ride home. And I said, how? And he said, they pulled up next to me. There was two guys in the van. They slid the door open. They said, "Hey, I see nobody else is here. You want to ride? We'll give you a ride home. Everybody left you." And he was like, "No, I'm okay." And they were insisting, no, we'll do it. Nope. We insist. He took off running through the woods. He was only a couple blocks from home. And his parents had told him, do not get into cars with strangers. That resonated with him. Now we have, after coaching and stuff like that, you can't leave children unattended when practice is over. The adult must stay until every child is picked up, and there has to be a sheet. And the sheet that is signed by authorized pickup people only. If Auntie's coming to pick them up, I don't know Auntie. I don't know. I've met the parents, but I've never met, Cousin Willie. I don't know why I said, like, that's just stupid. Why did I say Cousin Willie? Cousin Frankie. I'm an idiot. So then you'd be like, okay, the coach is the last person to go, which is how it should be. Cousin Willie. Stupid. Yes, tips on Eliza Fletcher. Call Memphis Police Department at 901-528-2274 or 901-54527 or 2677 or TBI 1-800-TBI. Find Uncle William. Dude, where you at, Willie? Uncle Willie? I know. It was a stupid. I don't know why I said that. For some reason, the situation with Eliza is reminding me of the Susan Morphy case. Look, it could very well turn out that way. Now, let's remember the husband did call the police at 7:45. So, I mean, that's a 3-hour jog, which is a real, I don't know how long she would jog for. I have no clue, but that's a long jog. No, never let anyone get you in a car. I mean, but that's the thing. From the eyewitness accounts and the blurry CCTV footage, that she fought to not get in the car. And I agree. That is a secondary crime scene. Okay, well, maybe she does run for 3 hours. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, man. They're very active. She is a very active person. I just really hope that they find her alive and safe. Obviously whoever took her had some motivation for doing so, not a good one, but that they were bound and determined to get her into their car. And I just, I don't know. Trust me, the rumor mill is going to start flying, and then we're going to have to decide, unless there's some like active, straight up, this is what we know. We found the person. He's he's in custody. He's admitted to what he did, and they find her alive, or, I'm hoping alive. But if there's not, like, if this case drags on, it'll be another nightmare. And who knows? Yeah, that it is good. I don't know how many guys. Yeah, that was another thing, Sherry. Hedge clippers. That's what's like really, really. That's what's really getting odd about this. Hedge clippers, and they took her car. She's abducted off the street. Why hedge clippers? Why hedge clippers? I don't know if it was one or two guys, but I've heard that it was possibly two. But yeah, the hedge clip, that's so weird. There's got to be a reason for it. Like I said, and I don't know why they would take her car. Unless, I don't know, man. It's hard. It's so hard to speculate. Amy M says, these surveillance cameras are so antiquated that we can't get good footage in this day and age. I agree with that, man. There's Ring doorbells have high def. Like this is on a kid's, or this is on a parent's little that's on a Ring doorbell. That's way better than the closed circuit. It's weird. Hedge clippers in her car. And I don't know. Let me see if there's, kind of a fluid situation. I don't know if there's. I'm reading the former Washington, D.C. homicide detective Ted Williams says Memphis teacher Eliza Fletcher's abduction is either random or pre-planned. What? Which is what police are trying to determine as they search for the missing woman. No crap. Bye, Sherry. Thanks for being here. I mean, really? Yeah. Somebody get Columbo. I know. I God bless him. God bless him. Yeah. I mean, it's just so ridiculous what does that mean? It's like, here, I'll show you, man. Captain Obvious. This is too much. It really it really is. Former Washington, D.C. Here, let me make it bigger. This is my favorite. It's just, I don't know. Former Washington, D.C. homicide detective Ted Williams says Memphis teacher Eliza Fletcher's abduction is either random or pre-planned, which is what police are likely trying to determine as they search for the missing woman. God help us. The Memphis Police Department says Fletcher, 34, was abducted and forced into a dark-colored SUV on Friday around 4:20 a.m. while she was on the run near the University of Memphis. Now you know why the crime rate's so high. I know. That means it's one of the dumbest. Who? I don't even blame him. I don't blame him for saying that. I blame the person who wrote the article. That's what I have a problem with. It's so stupid. This abduction of Eliza Fletcher in Memphis is suspect for many reasons, Williams told Fox News Digital. One, law enforcement are trying to determine whether this was a legitimate abduction or this was something that was pre-planned. Right. So I get it. You know, they got to figure out whether it was pre-planned or whether it was, just a random thing. Obviously, that's what they're trying to find out. The police department received 2 phone calls the morning of her abduction around 7:45. One from Fletcher's husband, Richard Fletcher III, who reported her missing. We read some of that earlier. The authorities going back in the past few weeks to see if that vehicle was anywhere in the area where she jogged. So that'll be something very interesting to find out as well, is do we have this video around that time, or do we have a video of around that time of this car? Were they stalking her, or did this just come out of nowhere? I should be on Fox News. Later on Friday, authorities took a white Jeep Grand Wagoneer from in front of Fletcher's home, according to Fox 13 Memphis. I find it interesting that law enforcement would tow away the vehicle at Fletcher's home. All of those things factor in. Dude, Williams is killing it. I got to tell you, my new favorite detective. Law enforcement is trying to find out what really was the connection between a woman jogging at 4:30 in the morning and a video that appears to show that she's been abducted. And that is her vehicle being hoisted up on the tow truck. Man, they took a lot of stuff from inside that house. They took a lot of stuff. I think it was pre-planned too. I really do think it was pre-planned. Yeah, I'm not getting Sherry Papini vibes from this at all. Sherry Papini was one of a kind. Nobody in the history of histories. I mean, who else is going to do that besides her? Once police obtain video of the vehicle around the time Fletcher was abducted, they will be able to determine whether she knew the abductors. How is she going to know? How are they going to know if she knew the abductors by the video? She was fighting them. Unless it gives a clear, face. Mandy said 25 years ago, my mom's best friend was kidnapped, essayed, and murdered in Memphis. 3 days later, Ellie found her in the trunk of her car. Mandy. That's terrible. I'm not saying anything bad about Memphis, but Memphis has an extremely high crime rate. They absolutely have a major crime problem, homicide problem, definitely. Let's see. Update. The vehicle of interest has been located, and a male who was occupying the vehicle has been detained. Eliza Fletcher has not been located. This is an ongoing investigation. And that's from the, holy crap. Yeah, wow. Wow. Josh, teachers and other friends of hers are talking about the husband and his addiction. The marriage was allegedly on the rocks, and also Nanny was involved. That's what's being said here. Whew. Wow. I know a little bit. I'm so glad that she's okay. Yeah, so so Loki, nobody would want to hurt her unless they're twisted and close to her. Let me pull up Twitter here for a second. Memphis. Memphis PD. People. All right, there it is. Right there. Jeez, 8 minutes ago. Hold on, guys. 1 second here. I'll pull this up. Okay. Update: the vehicle of interest has been located, and a male who was occupying the vehicle has been detained. Eliza Fletcher has not been located, and this is an ongoing investigation. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers. Oh, wow. I live an hour from downtown Memphis. I was taught from an early age to avoid going there alone or after dark. Amber Times too. Thank you for that super chat. And it is always good to hear from the locals. It is always good to hear from the locals. I mean, they know the area better than anybody. They know what goes on, but yeah, that is 8 minutes ago. Let's take a look. We'll just refresh here. So they have located the vehicle of interest. Of course, my internet sucks. We're going down a rabbit hole here, boys. Not good. I'm just curious what this is saying. Golly, I hope. So she's been missing since yesterday morning. All signs say yes. Lots of rumors via locals. Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, really, that's the hope, is that he will talk and that this lady is alive and safe. Every time I see something like this where somebody just goes missing and we get more information in a day or two than we have in the Summer Wells case, I just scratch my head. I just scratch my head. Doesn't make any sense. I am extremely glad that there is some sort of development, but I mean, am I the only one that feels that way? I hate thinking about that. It really, it does my head in sometimes, because So they got the vehicle back, right? What do you mean? They found the vehicle of interest, and there was a man in it who's being detained. A man is being detained, but yeah, I mean, I think her inheritance had a lot to do with it. I mean, what has she inherited, though? That's the thing. I don't know what she's inherited. I live outside St. Louis Alley. My husband and I never go to the city anymore. Emily says, yes, it's crazy. No summer. No one is talking radio silence. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I imagine, like, when these, even in the Kylie Rodney case, and golly, by the way, I'm so over the coverage of that case. Oh my God, dude. It's like, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And what I'm telling you, if it comes back that and law enforcement says that there is no foul play, if that's what happens, no, there are going to be people that never, ever drop it. Ever. They won't, never. And I got hammered for a title that I put up the other day. It was Adventures with Purpose or Profit. And then people got really mad at me. They said that not everybody, but some people, they said that I sensationalized the title. And then AWP's title says Accident or Murder. And I'm going, I mean, what was the difference there? I mean, I don't have a problem with their title. I don't have a problem with their title. But yeah, I got hammered for that. It's all right though. That's all right. Me too. Regarding Kylie, I watch only one creator regarding her, total non-drama channel. Yeah. Josh, read my comment. That's a fact that anyone what let me see. I'm looking. I don't see it. Oh, wait. Mother Nature avoids Memphis. Tornadoes rarely, if ever, touch down in Memphis. Memphis is a rough city. Memphis is a really rough city. I know. It very much is. Kathy S says husband. Oh, well, I don't know. Very possible. Yeah. Let me see. Memphis. God, that's crazy that they found that they found the vehicle. Many probably won't agree with me, but I still believe it could have very well been an accident. I agree with you. I'm not saying that it was. I don't know. But now we got a love triangle going on between kids and Grandma Butterfly says, very true. Tornadoes usually jump over Memphis and touchdown and far east Shelby County. I don't think far east Shelby County is going to like you laughing about that, but yeah, two kids, man. It's just, It's just kids. The lady, yes, she does. So, but like, that's what I'm saying is it's really, really difficult. Like, I would have, first of all, there's not a lot to cover in the Kyler Rodney case. Whether you think there is or not, there's not. Trust me, I'm a YouTuber. I know how this stuff works. I know that if, the sensationalism gets people to watch, but nothing fruitful has ever came from any of the speculation in this case, or most any other case for that matter. None. And so what they do is they say, oh my God, like her car, like, first of all, the car thing with the vehicles, the free spinning wheels, people that know nothing about vehicles whatsoever are talking about, oh, well, it must have been in neutral. No, dude, if you put it in park, you can put that car could roll downhill no matter what. So, it's tough, I mean, and another difference, and somebody said just like Summer's drama. Well, yes, but think about this as well. We had Dawn and Candace have a history, and I don't want to, I don't want to get into Dawn and Candace today. I don't have the energy for them. But they had a history of just psychotic behavior, okay, with children and all that other stuff. So and they're not helping. So, the criticism there and the speculation, I feel, is pretty warranted. Now, when we move on into the boys, like, where are the boys at? I can confirm that the boys are doing good. Yeah, like, no one cares, dude. Like, leave the kids alone. And very little, as my grandma would put it, very little couth in the Kylie Rodney situation has been exercised. Also in the Dylan Rounds case. I spoke with Candace Cooley this morning a little bit, and we're going to be doing an interview this coming week about some stuff that is coming out. I'll just tell you, that the man that's in custody and is the number one suspect in Dylan's case showed deception on his polygraph. Polygraphs are not admissible in court. We all know that. But when it's your number one suspect and they're showing some deception on some questions that they have, well, there you go. But there you go. Laura Dawn 82 says, I heard recently that Candace was having visitation with the boys. I don't know if that's true or not. I hope not. I hope she stays far, far, far away from them. Our summer is supposed to walk away to a new life and live her life as a non-Wells family member. But that would be smart for a 5-year-old. The hedge clippers, I do not understand. The car and any digital I get, the EDR on the car could show where she possibly drove, and then they can search security cameras for anyone following, etc. Yeah. Correct. I hope they stay forever far away from those children. I do too. Put his car in drive and roll the same kind of car. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. And I'm not like, I have zero comment on it. just because I just, you know, I know. You said the suspected vehicle was found. Why was that vehicle suspected? It was the vehicle that they suspected that she was thrown into. It was the vehicle that they believe that she was abducted in. I don't know. Only reason I could think for Ellie taking the hedge clippers is if Perp turns out to have done yard work. Yeah, that is a very good point, because a lot of maintenance workers and people like that. I remember the case where the father was out of town and with another kid, and another kid was upstairs, and then I believe he was the maintenance man or handyman or whatever, ended up murdering that poor lady, you know, and just a very tragic situation. But yeah, the Kylie Rodney case has gotten to the point where like each headline seems to be worse than the next. I mean, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Oh, great. Missing child. Miracle Cooper, age 15. When was she last seen? 2 days ago. Details: victim was dropped off at school and did not return home after school. Jeez. Victim was wearing black school polo shirt, black pants, and clog shoes. Victim's hair was last in braids. 6 foot, 215. Must be, I mean, she's tall. 15 years old, out of Memphis. Oh, man. Terrible. This is why Twitter's crazy, but like, get the waterboard out, whatever it takes. Keep up the good work. Lord, bring our Eliza home. Baby steps. Yeah. Hope the vehicle's GPS, it's tracking service. I think they will. The shears still make no sense. Yeah, I agree. The shears don't make any sense. Makes no sense at all. Yeah, I mean, honestly, how amazing would it be if like they found her alive? And I mean, that would be it. Just like the good, there's got to be some good coming. I hope. The YouTube streets are getting crazier by the minute. It makes me sad because there are creators that are sincere and help victims and their families. Yeah, it's getting. Says 12 people kidnapped in 32 days. Where is the info on the other 11? I don't know. But this one, I think I know that people have reasons for thinking that this case is covered. And I know, I get it, but and I don't want to go into those. The reason that it's, to me, interesting is because there are witnesses that saw this happen, that it occurred. And the fact that there was a struggle, and that we have a vehicle of interest, it makes these cases very, I hate to use the word fascinating, but I guess that's true. Lex, that could be very well true. We just don't know. We just don't know. It's really, really difficult to say. Husband at 7:45. Josh, I've got a Memphis case for you. We're blown away. I have firsthand witness. Crazy like the West Memphis 3. Look like Murder 101. Well, what's the name? Does anyone remember how long it took for the toxicology reports to come back from Gabby? I don't remember at all. One of the worst cases I've ever covered came out of, I believe it was Memphis, and it was what were the poor kids' names? Christian and anyway, I did a whole thing on it. It was called The Murder on Chipman Street. And I believe that was in Texas. I'm sorry. I believe that was in Memphis, Tennessee. And it yeah. Memphis can be a really, really, like, there's parts of Memphis that are just crazy, man. That are just crazy. But and that's another thing is I don't understand. You go back to the Chris Watts case, who he was having an affair. You go back, Scott Peterson having an affair. And people were telling me, like, they were literally saying, well, they need to make divorce cheaper. Oh my God. If they made divorce cheaper, what? If they made divorce cheaper, I don't know if anybody else has ever heard that. Yes, Shannon Christensen and her boyfriend. I did I believe it's on the Archives of the Lab, and I don't know if it's on this channel or not, but I did a documentary on that. Probably one of my highest rated videos ever. And I, for some reason, decided to take it head on. Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, it was in Knoxville. No, it's not all bad, but yeah, some areas are. Look, I don't know if anybody's been to Oakland recently. There's some really nice parts of Oakland, and then there's some really scary parts of Oakland, just like South Central LA. Look, this isn't a Tennessee, Memphis, Knoxville, whatever. There's crime everywhere. But the fact of the matter is, Memphis has one of the highest crime rates in all of the United States. Yeah, Oakland is lovely. Yeah, sure. Some of it. Hey, Josh, Lisa's family just made a video statement. Okay, let's find it. I'm not navigating this very well. I'm sorry.
On behalf
On behalf of Liza's family, her husband Richie, her children, her mom Adele, her father Beasley, her brother Gil, and all the members of her family, we want to make a brief statement. We want to start by thanking everyone for their prayers and outpouring of support. Liza has touched the hearts of many people, and it shows. We want to thank the Memphis Police Department, Shelby County Sheriff Department, TBI, FBI, and all of the other law enforcement agencies who are working tirelessly to find Liza. The family has met with police, and we have shared with them all the information we know. More than anything, we want to see Liza returned home safely. The family has offered a reward for any information that leads to her safe return.
Is there no audio? Echo? Golly, hold on.
My name is Mike Keeney, and I'm the uncle of Eliza Fletcher.
Tell me if that's better.
On behalf of Liza's family, her husband Richie, her children, her mom Adele, her father Beasley, her brother Gil, and all the members
How's
of
that
her
now?
family. We want to make a brief statement. We want to start by thanking everyone for their prayers and outpouring of support. Liza has touched the hearts of many people, and it shows. We want to thank the Memphis Police Department, Shelby County Sheriff Department, TBI, FBI, and all of the other law enforcement agencies who are working tirelessly to find Liza. The family has met with police, and we have shared with them all the information we know. More than anything, we want to see Liza returned home safely. The family has offered a reward for any information that leads to her safe return. We believe someone knows what happened and can help. If you have any information on this crime or Liza's location, call the police at 901-545-COPS or call Crime Stoppers at 901-5288-CASH. Thank you.
Yeah, the echo. I seriously hate StreamYard so much. I hate you, StreamYard, with a passion. I just want you to know that. I really, really want you to know how much I hate you with all my heart and soul. Saw the other day that RJ McLeod was arrested for murder of his girlfriend. Chris had the mom on TRR. Absolutely, he was. Yes. It's stupid. StreamYard's the absolute worst. Emily, by the way, so that was an amazing thing that he was found. Uh-oh. It's starting. Which one's the husband? The one next to the lawyer? Yeah, he's the one that will be on your right. This reminds me of like Gone Girl when they had that press conference. Ugh. Wow. It just takes one person to give the right information. Yes, it does. Uh-oh. Maybe they're real tears, guys. Maybe they're real tears. Who knows? See? Irene says, oh, I don't know about that. But the hubby is the one rubbing his eyes. Uh-oh. Not feeling him. And I pegged Susan Smith drowning her two boys the first time I saw her. My hubby thought I was nuts. This is best without audio first, right? I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know how the guy cries. I've never seen him before. I think you'd have to have some sort of baseline, wouldn't you? Hold on. I'll try and play it again, but it's probably going to echo. See, here's the thing. It doesn't echo on my end. I don't know if it's echoing or not. That's the problem I'm having here, folks.
My name is Mike Keeney, and I'm the uncle of Eliza Fletcher. On behalf of Liza's family, her husband Richie, her children, her mom Adele, her father Beasley, her brother Gil, and all the members of her family, we want to make a brief statement. We want to start by thanking everyone for their prayers and outpouring of support. Liza has touched the hearts of many people, and it shows. We want to thank the Memphis Police Department, Shelby County Sheriff Department, TBI, FBI, and all of the other law enforcement agencies who are working tirelessly to find Liza. The family has met with police, and we have shared with them all the information we know. All
right, this audio sucks. There's nothing I can do about it. Sorry.
Safely. The family has offered a...
Anyway, they're just thanking people. They're not, it's not anything earth shattering. So anyway. All right. Well, hopefully some more stuff happens, then developments, and that she's found safe. That's the best. And once again, teach your children, folks. Teach your children. Scream. Stranger danger. God bless that little girl. I can't. I mean, I guess I could. Wow. Thanks a lot, guys. And thank you for the super chats and super stickers and the new member that joined. Thank you so much.